Welcome to Landria Anka on YouTube, here to help you break through some fears. Break through all your fears, not just some. Well, I don't know why I said some. And live an awesome life. Awesome is possible every day. All right, so I had somebody that was very thankful for a video I did on anxiety and just dealing with it. And then I've had quite a few of you asking for meditations. I actually have a few in there, but probably not a lot. A lot of them aren't on a playlist. I have playlists, so I have a meditation playlist. You can actually sign up for that. So look for that if you want specific ones. I have one on fear, ego, money and abundance, relationships, all that stuff. All right, so I do want to do like a mini meditation. And I do mini meditations because I think a lot of people find it very difficult to do meditations for long periods. And you need to build up to that. So especially those of you who get these panicky attacks and anxiety because, things build up and then they come to an energetic head. In other words, it's like a volcano. It's building up, and then it finally explodes. And then everything spews out all over everything and burns up. We don't want that to happen. But why does it even get to that point, right? Why do we even get to that point? It's sort of crazy, isn't it? It doesn't have to be crazy. So, first of all, we know that that's a story in your head. I'm going to say your mantra. You are whole and perfect. That's it. Why are you worried about anything else? Because there are things going on in your life out there that you feel are random and out of your control. You are strong and powerful. You're probably not feeling that. You don't believe that. You feel like the world is on you and, dealing you a bad hand when you're actually creating it yourself and believing it. So you can see things going on out there, but you don't have to believe it because you can change that. And you're going to say, okay, yeah, I can't pay my rent, but that's okay because I know that that is not the final result. And then you get a call the next day and somebody says, listen, that couch you have or whatever that's in your basement, I need it. I'll give you $500 for it. Something's going to happen that's a little weird that you couldn't even imagine is going to get that money to you. It's really difficult for most of us to really believe that in the most dire of circumstances. You are loving, harmonious, and happy. But that fear has created such a blockage, a wall, that you can't see that unless you choose to. You have choice. And the problem with these meditations that aren't guided is you're left to sit there alone with yourself. And when those thoughts come through, I always say, don't fight them. Just go, okay, that's my ego. It's still telling the same stupid story. Here it goes. Watch it like a cloud. Well, at some point they keep going, and then you react to one of them. React to one of those comments that the ego makes. It's like, this is ridiculous. It's just like, you have to deal with this situation now, or, oh, I feel so horrible about my relationship. I was so in love. I'll never feel love again, blah, blah. I've been there. Thank God. Because I get to experience that. And I go, you know what? I don't like that. I don't want to experience that anymore. I'm done. And I've never experienced it again. You know why? Because I know that life changes, and I know this too shall pass. And I know that whatever I'm going through was planned and ordered by me on some level and chosen and attracted, and I need to work through it to change that. And all of it, there's no judgment. There's no judgment out here. So your anxiety, whatever you're feeling, whatever is fueling the fire of the anxiety. It's getting more attention. That ego is, yeah, baby, I'm going to protect you, so I want you to be fearful because all the stuff's going on is bad, so I want you to be fearful. It's just protecting you. It's not thinking. It's just going, okay, can't pay bills. Freak out. Not good. So you freak out, and then there's no solution. Then you're sending that energy out that you're all-powerful, self-controls, and it's the negative stuff. So by the way, I had my tooth pulled, so I don't know if I'm swelled. If I look swelled, that's why. All right, so I want to do something real simple with you. I'm going to get a soundtrack and I'm going to do a little sound with it, because I think when you get some distraction, maybe you have to work with your crazy ego for a while until you get it to calm down. So I want you to do something. I actually, this is something that Eckhart Tolle does. Right now, ask yourself, what's my next thought going to be? And sit. Say it right now. What's my next thought going to be? It could take 10 minutes before you have another thought, because you're waiting for something else to talk to you, because you're so busy having this two-way conversation that when you ask that question, you're actually waiting for an answer, because you're always talking to yourself. I'm blah, blah. No, you're not. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, it's exhausting. Aren't you done with it? I'm so done with that, it isn't funny. Talking about it exhausts me. When people tell me other stories, I'm like, oh, this is so simple. It's really so simple. There are no problems. There aren't. And if you're at rock bottom right now, you have nowhere else to go but up, and you can do that right now. In fact, you have more ability right now to go up than anybody, because you're incentivized like no one else. Unless you really enjoy it, and maybe you do. Maybe you're so used to feeling miserable you want to stay there. You better take a good look at that and ask yourself if that's really what you want. So let's do something right now. I want you to relax, sit straight up in a chair, and whenever you meditate, hopefully you will be sitting up. Sometimes I lay down because I'm actually going to go to sleep, and I just like to meditate and then go off snoozing. But a real meditation, one where you're going to connect, you should be coherent. And if you can go into theta state, that's partial sleep, where you're aware. That's where you can get visions and thoughts and messages, and that's cool too. Never be afraid. Now, if you're coming from a dark place, I want you to remember there's nothing to be afraid of. I had a dream. Oh my gosh, I hate snakes, right? I had a dream that there were huge snakes in the water with me. I had no fear. And I went underwater, and this huge snake went past me, and I just gently pushed him. And he didn't even look at me. And I was with these, and I realized it was a beautiful dream, because I feel like nothing can harm me. And I think having those huge snakes in the dream was how I was feeling. It was sort of like this gateway showing me that that's where I am right now, that I'm actually not afraid of anything. And that even discomfort doesn't take me to that fearful place. So don't be afraid to be afraid. So what's going to happen is, if dark stuff shows up, can you look at it? So we fight it. We fight the bad feelings. We fight everything. Can you look at it? Let's say you're meditating and you're not seeing nice stuff. Maybe you're just seeing some pretty nasty stuff. Scary people or figures or situations or whatever. So we usually would fight that. I don't want you to fight it. When you stare at it and you go, okay, I'm just going to let it come. Let's let it show up. you're not reacting to it anymore, it will actually go, it's not getting attention from you. It's just energy going, woo, here, well, let's have fun over here because, we're connecting to this. When you have no reaction against anything, it has no power. And here you go. You're at a place where everything works. It starts working because the darkness in your life and the darkness in that meditation, it's not having an impact anymore. So the universe completely just changes directions because you're not reveling in it. You're not reacting to it. The anxiety attack is a total reaction to fear. It's a total, boom, I'm in it, man. I am just gonna, And so that's like you're interacting with something that the universe, the assumption is, doesn't think. It's like, oh, this is where this is the energy's putting its attention to this nasty stuff. Okay, we're going to leave you alone now. Seem to enjoy that. It doesn't know if you do or not. It just knows frequencies. So when you go, okay, I am now going to be neutral in an anxiety situation that I normally would be reacting to. So when stuff shows up, instead of me going, no, I want to see clouds and, angels and puppies. What if you aren't? Now you can choose. Don't fight it. You can choose and say, I'm going to see a puppy. I'm going to hold a little puppy. I'm going to see an angel. I'm going to see an angel coming down. So you can choose those situations and say, okay, all right, and this still might be going on, this rage or whatever is going on here. That's okay. So you're going to have to condition yourself. So take a deep breath, sit up. You're going to do this 3 times. Relax your shoulders and your face. Relax your face. I always tighten up my cheeks because I smile a lot. Fill up your chest and hold it. And release it. You can scratch your nose. If you're, this isn't like, I have to be in some catatonic state. Can you relax? Just roll your neck around. Roll it around. Okay, are we done? Are we done with the anxiety? Yeah, let's sit here. Let's sit with it. Okay, let's ask the question. What's my next thought? There isn't one. Okay, maybe you're not feeling real good right now. Let's see, how are you feeling? Let's face it. Let's not fight it. Let's face it. How are you feeling right now? Still a little panicky? All right, that's cool. What's it look like? What are you seeing? What are you visually seeing? Because your eyes should be shut right now. What are you seeing? Is it you in a negative situation? All right, let's put you in a good one. Where would you like to be right now? A lot of people would say sitting on a beach, up in the mountains, on a beach, in a beach home, in somebody's arms that loves you. Why don't you picture that? Let's pick that. Let's pick that. And don't fight anything else that's going on. If it shows up, just okay. Then choose. All right, some other stuff going on here, maybe? Okay, let's choose. Let's choose that thing. Let's pick it. I'm always on that balcony at my beach house. Oh, that wave, the waves, I can feel those waves. I can hear them. I'm actually going to the beach tomorrow, by the way. I'll film from there. Oh, I can hear somebody pouring me a glass of champagne. Yeah, I can hear that. Somebody's in the beach house pouring me a glass of champagne and bringing it out here while I watch the sunset. Oh, it's glorious. It's so beautiful. Oh, and somebody's riding on a horse down the beach. Oh, how pretty. A little dog is chasing them. And birds are flying, and that sun is turning a fuchsia and orange and lighting up that sky and reflecting off that water. Okay, maybe there's some other stuff. Feeling maybe little clouds, gray clouds showing up, some little anxiety. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to focus back over on this beach. Because you know what? I'm going to be sitting on that beach. Actually, I'm going to be sitting on it tomorrow, but why can't you? You know you can. You can. And know that you can. And know that you envision whatever you're envisioning right now, no matter what that place or what that situation, it's real. As long as you're not imposing on somebody else's free will. If you want somebody back, a relationship or something, and they don't want it anymore, be okay with that. Picture somebody else that you're with that loves you, holding you, and really loving you for exactly who you are, that's not going to leave you. Or if they do, it's because you're okay with it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with change. There's nothing wrong with experiencing these things that are taking you to the next beautiful thing. Whatever you're going through right now is your breakthrough to the next beautiful thing. Know that. What did you learn? What have you learned from all of this? And what are you ready to give up? Because you can't invite new things unless you really are done with it. Are you done with suffering? Yeah, I think you are. Relax your body. Make sure everything is really, boom, cheeks are dropped. Your neck is loose, your shoulders are dropped. Hands and arms, and just feel that energy flow all the way down your legs to your feet, nice and loose, and soften everything. Slow down that breathing. Nobody's going anywhere. The next place you're going to go is down that pathway to where you truly want to be, to where your joy is, to where you find that peace that you're choosing right now in this meditation. Choosing that feeling that you can have and you will have. You're inviting it in right now. By envisioning it, you're inviting it in right now. And even though these other feelings may still be there, it's okay, it's okay. It's doing its job until you train it to do something else. And thank it and bless it. Say thank you for this experience. Thank you. Bless it. Thank you for the challenge that I'm now done with. I'm done with this. Something beautiful is coming into my life right now. I know it is, and I don't have to name that. I don't have to know what that is. I just have to know and own it and be open to it. And I'm not open to it when I'm fearful. So I'm gonna release the fear to you, to the higher power of which I am. I'm releasing it right now. It's not mine anymore. Can you send it off? Let's send it off. Fear, let's send it off. It's just going to dissipate. It's not going to find a place anymore. It can't be created nor destroyed, right? It's just going to transform into something beautiful. It's all teaching lessons, so it's going to go off and teach somebody else a lesson, but it's not yours anymore. You don't have to live with fear and suffering. Say, okay, why am I where I am right now? Okay. How am I going to change that? Oh, I'm going to release it to the universe and say, send that wonderful situation to me. I'm ready for it. I'm going to accept it. And I'm going to release this fear. I'm going to be okay with whatever I'm feeling right now. I don't have to own it. I'm going to be okay with just watching it. And whenever you start to think again, I want you to just ask yourself, what's my next thought? Give yourself that break. And I'm going to play music and let you sit here and watch any negative thoughts float by. Bless it. Invite in the new thoughts. Invite in the new vision. And thank the universe for the blessings and the miracles it's sending you right now to change this situation. You're ready for it. I know you are because you're here. And stay with this as long as you can, as long as you can, as long as you can. Bless those lessons, bless them, thank you. I don't need them anymore. I'm choosing joy. I'm choosing my power. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I welcome that. I'm ready for that now.